Hi everyone and welcome to this pick a card reading. Today I dedicate this in order to celebrate the May Day or Beltaine, or this celebration has so many variants, names and different specifics in different cultures in different places of the planet, but usually everyone kind of celebrates either fertility, the celebration of life, love, romance, or the return of the summer and a preparation, anticipation for the summertime. In some places it is more based on agriculture, so prosperity and fertility in that sense. In other places, it's more like the prosperity of the womb and, stuff like that. So I would like to dedicate this pick a card reading for those who are single and looking, because, that is the specifics of Beltane and a little bit of magic in this sense. Well, a little bit of guidance from the Queen of the May herself. Also, astrologically, Venus is in exaltation, and this is her last couple of hours, so to speak, in the sign of Pisces. So she is that much more inspirational in this sense. Maybe Venus can give us some guidance or tell us her secret. In the sign of Pisces, she can gaze into the past, present, and future, so she can be very, very helpful in this sense. And I really don't want to discriminate those who are not single, but you can celebrate Beltane with your partner, so it's only fair for those of us who are single and looking. So these are the 3 decks of cards that I'm using for this reading. So just take a couple of seconds to look at the 3 decks of cards, and then of course choose the one which speaks to your intuitive senses the most. So basically in this reading, either some hints about the future person who might be entering your life, especially if you make a wish on Beltane, if you know what I mean. For others, maybe guidance or advice how to get there. So, whatever Venus or the Queen of the May or Mother Nature wants to share with us. So, let us get to the first reading. So, everyone who has chosen this particular deck, so let us see the romantic patterns in your life. We have here the 8 of Swords. And the 4 of Wands reversed. The 3 of Wands reversed. Oh, these 2 popped out, so we'll be keeping these. And this is the Hermit reversed. And this is the Page of Swords. Well, to me, this says that the 8 of Swords, this can be seen as your mental spider web, because in the game of love, in the game of attracting a partner, in the game of having a partner in our lives, well, first of all, there is a mental activity that we must, all of us, kind of perform, as in the criteria, what it is and who it is that we can accept, to crystallize it within our minds who it is that we may be looking for. And this Eight of Swords to me says that perhaps you are a little bit isolated because you are a type of person who is not compatible with just anyone. You are, on one hand, very, very sensitive, maybe hypersensitive, maybe empathic, maybe a bit of ADHD, but not in a sense that it's a big problem. It is a plus because it keeps you on your toes, and it is pure food for your hyper intellect because you are someone with a very, very powerful mind, but it also has inconveniences that it tires you and it makes you very, very restless. But this isn't about you, of course. This will be about the special someone. So this to me says that you're not compatible with just anyone. Yes, as in friendship, yes, as in maybe professionally. In very, very many ways, you are a person who is so very easy to get along with. You are pure honey, and you are very, very stimulating intellectually for everyone in your, circle of friends, everyone in your environment. You're very inspirational, but as a partnership, which has an intimate side as well, which has, and when I say intimate side, I really don't mean the carnal things, but there is also that, so that's a plus one. I mean that which you cannot simply share with anyone. You know, deeply meaningful emotional things, or things about you, or how you are in your own intimacy, that is not something which you can share with just anyone. Yes, there are people who can find their comfort so easily, but there are some people who are very hypersensitive, and for them it is very, very difficult. And it is exactly perhaps this part of who you can allow to be in your space, in your sphere, even if it's just your mental sphere, who you give your attention to, that is where you have very, very few options. And this is not fate, this is not anything, this is just the way it is. And I do see this Four of Wands reversed, and this Three of Wands, which also was reversed, but I didn't put it reversed. Well, this to me says that because you're simply not compatible mentally with just anyone, that makes things very, very, very difficult for you, because sometimes your relationships very quickly evolve from friendships into people developing some kind of passions for you, and then is when it gets twisted, and your love life is very, very, very complicated, and you have to be very, very careful who you allow in your sphere. And you're such a really good intended person, so this Three of Wands, you're easily manipulated by those who you give your love to, and not because you're stupid, quite the contrary. But this is where, when you choose to go with your heart, you have to have this superpower to truly shut your mind from interfering with your decisions. When you love someone, you almost have this tendency to just go with their flow. But you were burned in the past a lot of times because of that. So sometimes you had to go against your own nature. Sometimes you had to stop yourself from being yourself. It was very, very hard, and you do have a lot of blockages, disappointments, and maybe you're the type of person who can't even imagine you having a partner. I'm not saying that you're the forever alone kind of person, but at the end of the day, when you reach the final conclusion of your contemplations and personal philosophies with yourself, well, you do kind of get to the conclusion that the person compatible with you, or your ideal person, well, they don't really exist in this dimension. or something like that, or maybe they exist on a different planet and they still have to find you on a spaceship. Of course, joking, of course. But the Hermit reverse does say that, you can't be alone anymore, regardless of how your love life is, and regardless of this undeniable truth that you're simply not compatible with just anyone, and you choosing to overstep that, to neglect that, will destroy you. You have no, you, as in, I understand, and the universe understands that you have no choice but to shut most people out, but only shut them out from your intimate sphere. You still communicate, you're still friends, but you can't allow many people inside your personal sphere, and not just house, but even your aura, even close to you, even spend time with them, if you know what I mean. Because of this, it's really, really difficult, but even the universe is aware that you have to shut out, that you're doing the right thing. So the universe is also aware that your partnership has to somehow find you miraculously, because this Eight of Swords also represents that maybe you can't go to a club, you're not someone who goes partying, you don't go out, you don't go socializing, you don't go to theater, you're not on dating sites, even if you have social media, you're very, very, self-contained, if you know what I mean. Or maybe on the quite the contrary, you're a public person and you just cannot seek a partner, because how do you seek? Where do you seek? You can't. So the partner has to find you. But this is where the universe is already giving you signs. Maybe that is why you're listening to this video, because the universe already told you that this is about to change this time for real. Someone, not just a temporary whatever, or just someone 10 million miles away, or someone who is not even yours, mismanifestation, so to speak, if that makes sense. Someone is actually coming your way. So this Hermit reverse does mean that you will be found. Maybe because it is the other person who is simply desperate already not to be alone, and maybe they're not the kind of person who is not compatible only with very, very few, but maybe this person is the kind of person who doesn't want anymore to be compatible only with the very, very rare few, if you know what I mean. For this person, it's by choice. The Seven of Wands reversed. So this is reversed for you. The Ace of Swords. And the Moon. This is gonna be some kind of communication, some kind of synchronicity. This might be even something as ridiculously simple as bumping into each other on the street. Or, I don't know, maybe it's gonna be the Seven of Wands reversed. That means not a struggle. That means not the typical meeting, not the date. This is like some kind of meeting where it is partially coincidental, but the other part, so the partially, the moon with this Seven of Wands reversed, almost by instinct, you will be drawn to one another. This Ace of Swords, the epiphany, the something will happen which will almost force you to speak, to say something, a word or a smile. It is almost like your beings will force you to speak or communicate or connect somehow. And the moon, sorry. And you know this person because you had a dream. You had a dream with this person, a very, 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 very intense dream, which you still remember. Maybe with a blonde lady if you're, or blonde man. I'm not gonna explain the details, too complicated now. So blonde person. So adjust the gender to your preferences. And the Seven of Cups reversed. And it's not a dream, not an illusion. This is where something is real. And the Two of Coins reversed. It's not gonna be as in balanced. It is not gonna be, how should I even explain this? Civilized, but in to your standards, because you might be a very, very well-mannered person, very, very respectful of manners and all of that. And this is where your instinct will drive you, and you will lose those manners, and that mask, that artificial manner kind of facade of yours, and this person as well, and that will show the realness of the connection. But this doesn't speak about a relationship or a love story. This speaks about just a meeting, an encounter. But this encounter, for some reason, is gonna be very, very important. Because it's gonna be very coincidental. But there is no other way for you, to be totally honest. You are the kind of person who cannot be advised to move out, to go partying, to try here or there, because that's not anything that you can do. So it literally has to seek you out somehow. And that is literally your situation. And the universe does need to do literally that, because other way there is no, the King of Swords. So yeah, some kind of meeting, some kind of encounter, and from there, it seems to me like it will just run itself, play itself, create itself, eat you too in the process, in the sense that bye bye single life, or bye bye life the way I knew it. That part is gonna dissolve, but something made from the both of you is gonna grow instead. Two of Wands and Six of Wands. Two become one. The victory of the union. The Sun. And the Knight of Cups. That's healing. Both of you need this healing. So without this encounter, without, the universe doesn't care if this is a long-term relationship or love story or whatever. The universe just wants you two to meet, because that union of yours, whatever that may be, is gonna be like an ancestral regeneration, a deep cellular regeneration, which only you two can somehow, provoke, or have this effect on one another, chain react another, if that makes sense. But of course, it will be Two of Wands, your choice to take it further. So this is gonna be so very unusual. Well, I do hope that the Queen of the May herself does know what she's speaking about, and I really hope that you are gonna be blessed with the best possible love at first sight encounter that is beyond your dreams. Thank you again, and bye for now. So hello everyone who have chosen this particular deck. Let's see what the Queen of the May or Venus herself would like to advise for you guys. This is the Six of Swords reversed. Oh, so this is reversed for you. Six of Pentacles reversed. again. This is the Queen of Chalices. This is the Five of Wands. The Knight of Wands. Just one more, please. There we go. And the Ten of Swords. Well, this truly is a pretty heavy energy because for some reason you guys are thinking that your situation is like for real hopeless. I'm I'm not saying, and I'm definitely not picking up that you're the kind of person who is making a big drama or a big scene out of this, that you're complaining to the universe that you don't have a partner and how hard it is for you. Quite the contrary. You're a kind of person who is so very powerful and balanced and wise and went through so much in life that, a partner is not very easy for you to accept because you would have to give up a certain part of connection with yourself. Because if you wouldn't give that certain part of connection with yourself up, you would be disrespectful to your partner and you would not want that. If you have a partner, you actually give yourself to them as much as you can. So, if you would be living with a partner, but being the person who you are right now, there wouldn't be space or time or energy or enough for that partner. And you're not the kind of person who just wants to receive love. Giving is more important even for you. So, actually, the reason why this situation seems so hopeless for you is that you don't see you giving up on your individuality, your independence, everything that you worked for. And when I say work for, not money or material things, your inner stability, that which you know and master and are. And if you need complications in your life, then that complication has to be worth it. So, in order for you to accept a person in your life, well, that person has to be like exemplary, immaculate morally, because that is the first criteria. And it is exactly there where most people fail. It's not the physique, because you're a very attractive person, and of course, other attractive people will connect with you. It's not the intellect, because smart knows smart. It's not even the emotional, because those who are listening to others and understanding will receive the same in return. It's actually it's your maturity. It is everything, your balance. You are a little bit too much for a lot of people, if you know, and you know that, and you don't even pretend, you don't want others to understand you or tolerate you, because you're absolutely fine with yourself. So if someone has to charm you, well, the only way they can, it is that if morally, spiritually, on a soul level, they're as, or either as clean as you, or the better. And the better is like, wow, the better is where you say, well, I'm the lucky one. And that you think, correctly or incorrectly, that is actually the story material that love stories and good films and songs and stuff, poems are made of. But we don't know yet. You do feel that you're through this, over this. Yes, it is the Ten of Swords and it is the card of defeat, but for you it doesn't feel like defeat. For you it feels like, I no longer live this, and it's okay, I'm finished with this area of life. This is almost like when in astrology someone shuts down an area of life to have one certain expression. This is where you shut down, let's say, your fifth house or seventh house, in a sense that no, a stable partner is very unlikely to be part of my life. But a couple of cards fell on the floor, so please allow me to pick them up because maybe we have answers. And oh, we do have answers. The Lovers, the Queen of Wands reversed, the Eight of Pentacles reversed, and the Knight of Swords reversed. Well, what this means is that you don't see it coming, you don't expect it, it is definitely not going to make sense, it is not going to be rational, logical, your intuition won't warn you, nothing will warn you, but someone is actually coming your way. There is going to be a person who will enter your life, and it's the Lover's card. So this person is actually someone like you, and it's not that it's gonna be a passionate, steamy love story, but rather it's gonna be an alliance, a moral and spiritual alliance, and this will take time. So I do see you having a new friend, and over the course of 6 months, you're gonna grow together and your friendship is gonna tighten and tighten until you reach the conclusion that you know what, there's really no reason for us to live in different houses, different places, because we kind of belong together by now. We don't know what we'll do with this relationship, but at least let's just live together because we want that. And even ironically, maybe for some people, it's not the kind of friendship they expect. It's actually the kind of friendship they really don't expect. Because maybe it's with the same gender and this was never ever something that you even considered in your life because it was not something typical of you or in your instincts or in your feelings, and it will come as a shock. While for others, it's gonna be a kind of friendship where the world stops existing when you're together. And after like 6 months, you can imagine that when the world doesn't exist around you for 6 months, it's just you and that person, and one leads to another, if you know what I mean. So this is what I see for you guys, or better said, what the Queen of the May suggests for you guys. Thank you so much for listening, and I truly wish that you do find your perfect match because you so much deserve it. Hello everyone who has chosen the third and final pile. Let's see what the Queen of the May suggests for you guys. We have the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Swords reversed. We have the Queen of Cups, the Lady of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Temperance, the Fool reversed, and the Ace of Swords reversed. So, like this. Now, this to me says that for you guys, this situation is pretty difficult because you are someone. The Six of Pentacles suggests to me that something about you, something about your situation, maybe a talent that you have, your physique, the way that you look, something about you makes you a type of person who is really, really sought after as a partner. As I said, either because of your physical beauty, because of your wealth, ultimately, that six of coins, or you're a highly known professional, you're very talented at something. It is something about you that makes you want to be the object of desire for a lot of people. But this Two of Swords, reversed. Well, you had so very many negative experiences, and you had so much disappointment. The Queen of Cups, sorry, yeah, the Queen of Cups, yeah, in the sense that everyone said that they're not be with you, or they're not falling in love with you because of this specific gift that you have. May it be, as I said, it can be anything: your physique, your physical body, the beauty that you were given, or a talent, or your social, whatever makes you this attractive, or a partner to be sought after. Well, in the end, it actually turned out that, yeah, they actually sought that and not your soul. So this left you with a lot of disappointment. And this Nine of Pentacles reverse, you hide who you truly are always. You're not the kind of person who is very, very proud of their accomplishments, of who it is that they are, of what they've done, of how unique you are, of how wonderful you are, of how beautiful you are. You actually see it as a burden, as a curse. You blame it for being alone, lonely. So that is actually quite a dramatic situation, because you do feel extraordinarily lonely, and you're very in love with that which makes you unique, because this isn't just a gift that life gave you. This is work, study, this is you being brave, this is you living for principle, this is you accomplished and also went through events and things and deeds that other people definitely would back away from. So, of course, you deserve to be there. Yet, still, that doesn't matter. No one asks you how much you worked to get there. Everyone just, doesn't really understand. You're not understood, and that irritates you. But the Temperance, you were already sent on a healing journey by the universe, almost forced, almost coerced in certain ways, and you found it extremely difficult.